evening, good evening. Okay, I had some, this Wi-Fi was not working, so I hope it works. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Today's session will be in English again, okay? All right, all right. Come on, join. Sir, I'm new subscriber. Yes, James, welcome. And thank you for subscribing. Yes, Gaurav, hello. Okay, I'll wait for one more minute, then we'll start our session today. All right, 12 students have joined. Call your friends, call your friends. Tell them to join. We are going to learn a lot of things today. So this is a session 3 for our chapter Arithmetic Progression. Today will be the last day that we'll discuss about this nth term. From the next session, which is session 4, we will be discussing on the topic sum of nth terms. Okay. From next topic, we'll start discussing that sum of n terms. Okay, all right. Let's start the session. Let's start discussing some problems. Okay, and I hope current stays with us today, and I hope there is no disturbance. All right, let's start. So we have our first question on the board today. First question for today. What is that? For what value of n are the nth terms of two apiece equal? For what value of n are the nth terms of two apiece equal? Let's start solving this. Now, before solving, let us understand the question first. Let us understand the question first. What does it say? For what value of n? For what value of n, the nth terms of two apiece. So here we have, in this particular question, we have two apiece. Okay, in this particular question, we have two apiece. The first one is this. This is our first AP. Oh, all right. This is our first AP. This is given, and this is our another AP. Now for this AP, all right. For this AP, for our first AP, there will be a term we don't know, nth term. Okay, we are just assuming that for this our first AP we have an nth term, and for this second AP we also have a nth term. Now these two nth terms from these two APs, these two nth terms from these two epis are equal, which means the nth terms of these two epis are equal. All right. So if the nth terms are of these two epis are equal, which term is that, or what is the value of n? All right. So first of all, we'll find out the nth term of this epi, and secondly, we'll find the nth term of this epi. Then it says that they are equal, so we'll equate them, and if we solve them, we'll get the value of n. All right. So that will be the steps that we will take to solve this particular question. Okay. So let's start. So our first epi, we have our first epi. What is our first epi? Epi number 1, 63, 65, 67, and so on. Now what is the value of a here? First term, 63. Common difference will be second term minus first term, which is equal to 2. So common difference is 2. Now we can easily find nth term. An is equal to a plus n minus 1d. This is the formula for nth term, right? What is a? What is the value of a? 63 plus n minus 1 d. What is the value of d? 2. So 63 plus 2 into n will be 2n, minus 1 into 2 will be 2. Now 63 minus 2 will be 61 plus 2n. So we got the nth term for our first epi. This is the nth term for our first epi. All right. This is the nth term for our first epi. Now we have another epi. Another. Also, let's try another epi. 3, 10, 17, and so on. What is the first term here? 3. The first term here is 3. The second term is, the common difference is second term minus first term, which will be 10 minus 3, which is 7. By now this should be clear. We are already in session 3. So by now this should be clear how to find out common difference, which is first term, right? And how to find nth term, even how to find nth term. So n is equal to a plus n minus 1d. What is a? What is the value of a? 3 plus n minus 1d. What is the value of d? 7. So we'll get 3 plus 7n minus 7. 7 into n, 7n minus 1 into 7, 7. Now 3 minus 7. How much is 3 minus 7? 3 minus 7 will be minus 4 plus 7n. All right. I hope this is clear. 3 minus 7, we have minus 4 plus 7n. Now, nth term, see, read this. Just read this. Nth term of two epis equal. Okay. Nth term of two epis are equal. They are equal. So these two, we have to equate them. So according to question, what can we write? 6, or not need to write according to question. We'll just write now. Okay. We'll write now. Now, we'll equate them. 61 plus 2n. So, 2n plus 7n, we'll bring it towards left hand side. It will become minus. We have minus 4 here. If we take 61 towards the right hand side, it will become minus 61, right? So, 2n minus 7n will be minus 5n. Minus 4 minus 61 will be minus 65. Minus and minus will cancel each other. So, how much will we get? 5n is equal to 65, which implies n is equal to 65 divided by 5. So, if we divide it, we'll get n is equal to 13. This is our value, which means at n equal to 13, which means for this epi and for this epi, the 13 terms of these two epis will be equal. All right. If you find out A13 here, we can easily find A13, 13th term. Similarly, we can find A13 here in this epi, 13th term. Now, the 13th term from this epi and the 13th term from this epi, they will be equal. All right? Okay? So, now take a screenshot. Done? Okay. If you have any doubts, tell me in the chat. Okay, let's read the chat. Okay, well, okay. Gaurav is saying subscribe, like, and share. Yes, obviously, Gaurav. Subscribe, like, and share. Jatin Kaswan. Hello, hello. Hello, Jatin. 2 AP are equal. 13th term. Yes. In 13th term, these two APs will be equal. All right. I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. Shall we move towards the next question? Shall we move? Shall we move? Chat. Chat. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's proceed towards our next question. Here we have our next question. All right. What is this question asking us? Let's read the question. What is this question asking us? See, the sum of the fourth and eighth terms. Okay, the sum. What is the meaning of sum? Addition, right? Sum means addition. Sum. Sum of the fourth and eighth terms. Sum of the fourth and eighth terms, which means A4. Fourth term means what? A4. Eighth terms means what? A8. So A4 plus A8 is giving you 24. See, the sum of the fourth and eighth terms of an AP is 24. Now, similarly, the sum of the sixth and 10th term is 44, which means A6. Sixth means what? A6. 10th term means what? A10. So A6 plus A10 is giving me 44. So from this, we'll get two equations. After solving these two equations, we'll get the value of A and D. And after we get the value of A and D, it is very easy for us to find the AP, right? We can easily find the AP. We can easily find the AP once we get the value of A, which is our first term, and D, which is our common difference. So, let's start. Okay, okay. The sum of the fourth and eighth terms of an AP is 24, which means A4 plus A8 is equal to 24. Let's break this. A4 means what? A plus 4 minus 1D plus A8 means A plus 8 minus 1D equal to 24. So we'll get A plus 3D plus A plus 7D equal to 24. So we'll get A plus A will be 2A plus 3D plus 7D will get 10D is equal to 24. Again, here we can take common. Here we have 2, here we have 10. So we can take common. 2 common. So A plus 5D will be equal to 24, which implies A plus 5D will be equal to 24 divided by 2. Then we'll get 12. So A plus 5D is equal to 12. This is our equation number 1. Alright? Okay. So this is our equation number 1. A plus 5D is equal to 12. Now, let's find out our another equation. What is that? What's given? The sum of the sixth and 10th terms is 44. Now, A6 plus A10, 10th term, is equal to 44. The sum of the sixth and the 10th term is 44. So, A6 will be A plus 6 minus 1D. A10 will be A plus 10 minus 1D, which will be equal to 44. So, A plus 5D plus A plus 9D is equal to 44. A plus A will be 2A plus 5D plus 9D will be 14D, which will be equal to 44. Again, we can take 2 common here. We'll get A plus 7D is equal to 44. We'll get A plus 7D is equal to 44 divided by 2, which will be 22. So, A plus 7D is equal to 22, which is our equation number 2. Alright? Okay. Now, we'll be using elimination method, which we learned in the chapter pair of linear equation in 2 variables. We learned elimination method there, right? So we'll be using that. So we have A. Okay, I'll use different color for this. All right. Let's take white. So our first equation is A plus 5D equal to 12. Second is A plus 7D is equal to 22. Now, what do? We subtract. If the signs are same, who do we remove? Who do we remove? First of all, we remove A. If we want to remove D, we have to multiply the first equation by 7 and the second equation by 5, right? So it's a waste of time for us because the coefficients of A are already same, so we can subtract them directly. Okay, the coefficients of A are already same, so we can subtract them directly. And when we subtract them, their sign changes. Whose signs will change? Remember, whose signs will change? This, the equation number 2. Equation number 2, sign will change. So here I have plus, so it will become minus. It is plus, so it will become minus. Here we have plus, so it will become minus. Now we shall carry on. Plus A and minus A will cancel each other. Plus 5 minus 7. Now the sign inside the bracket is the original sign. Okay, the sign inside the bracket is the original sign. So plus 5 minus 7. All right, so 5 minus 7 will be minus 2D. 12 minus 22 will be minus 10. Minus minus, again we can cancel each other, so we'll get D is equal to 10 by 2. Divide it, we'll get 5. Now D equal to 5, we can put the value of D either in equation 2 or in equation 1. It's your life, your wish. Okay, now my wish is I want to put it in equation 1. You can put it in equation 2 if you want. A plus 5D. How much is D? 5 into 5 equal to 12. Okay, equation 1C. A plus 5D equal to 12. A plus 5D equal to 12. So A plus 5D. D is 5, so 5 into 5 equal to 12. So 5 into 5 will be 25 equal to 12. So A will be 12 minus 25. So 12 minus 25 is minus 13. So our first term is minus 13. What do we have to find? We have to find the first 3 terms of the AP. So what will be the first 3 terms of the AP? My first term is minus 13. D is equal to 5. So after minus 13, I will get minus 8. After minus 8, I will get minus 3. Dot, 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 dot. So these are the first terms for this AP. Okay? Alright. Is it clear? If it's clear, type clear on the chat. And you can take a screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay. I hope you already took the screenshot. Clear, clear. Okay, all right. Roshni, boss. Wow, nice name, boss. Okay, so let's move on towards our next question. This. Wow. Now this has a different tricks to it. We'll use different formula to find this. We'll use a new formula now. Okay? We'll use a new formula now. See, read the question first. Read the question first. What does it say? Find the 20th term. Okay. From the last term. Read this properly. Find the 20th term. Okay, yes, we have to find the 20th term. Normally, if we want to find the 20th term, we find A20, right? We find A20. Normally, if we want to find 20th term, we find A20. But here, it's telling us, find the 20th term from the last term. Okay, from the last term, we have to find the 20th term, not from the front. Okay, no, 20th term from the front, no. 20th term from the last term, yes. Clear? Is that clear? Is the question clear? If it's clear, type clear. If it's clear, type clear on the chat. Come on. I'm waiting. Okay, Rajiv said clear. Gaurav said clear. Alengcha said clear. All right, Rajiv said clear. Okay, okay. So for this, you just write one formula, okay? One formula for this. Write it down. The formula is L minus N minus 1D. This is the formula. Formula for what? And a term from the end. or nth term from the end. Note this down. Nth term from the end. Nth term from the end. Okay. Normally, if we want to find nth term, we use a plus n minus 1d. But if we want to find nth term from the end, okay, from the end, if we want to find the nth term, then we'll use this formula, L. And what is L? L is an. L is an, or let's write in word, last term. L is what? Last term. And you know what is n? Number of terms, and you know what is the common difference, right? Okay. L means last term, okay? Or sometimes they might write it this way. So do not get confused. Okay? We may write it this way sometimes. In place of L, I wrote AN. So do not get confused. Array, sir taught us L, but in exam we got AN. Array. Do not get confused, okay? Alright. Alright. I hope you wrote it. Let's find out. This is a 1 marks question, okay? 1 marks. So we have to find 28th term from the last term. 28th term from the last term. What is the formula? L minus n minus 1d. How much is L? What is the last term here? Last term is already given. What is the last term here? 253. So we'll write 253 here. Minus n. How much is n? 20. Minus 1. How much is d? Okay, we have to find d here. D will be, okay, let's find here. D will be 8 minus 3, which is 5. Okay, see here. I'm writing here the value of d. So d is equal to 8 minus 3, which is 5. So we'll get 5 here. 253 minus 20 minus 1 is 19 into 5. So 253 minus 5 9 are 45. 5 and 4. So 95. So 253 minus 95. 13 minus 5, 8. So it will become 5. So 158. Alright? Is this question clear? The solution, is it clear? The solution, is it clear? Hi, sir. Okay. Hi, Mr. J Beast. Hello. Hello. Clear. Okay. Okay, clear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. See, don't just watch it, okay? Don't just watch. We'll practice it together. So I hope you are practicing it in your copy or writing it in your copy. So we'll write it together, okay? Don't just watch. You won't learn mathematics like that, okay? Because in mathematics, the more you practice, the more you'll get, okay? The more you practice, the more you'll get. All right, so let's move on to our next question. Okay. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've marked with a pink color right here, CBSE 2017. All right, CBSE 2017, which means it came in board exam. It's a PYQ. Okay, it's a PYQ. Now, let's solve this. So see this properly. See this properly. Okay. Let's read. If the mth term, okay, if the mth term of an AP be 1 by n, all right. So mth term is given. Mth term. Mth term. See this. This is an mth term. Mth term of an AP is 1 by n. So how do we write mth term? We'll write mth term like this. This is our mth term, right? These are mth term. Am mth term. So this mth term of an AP is 1 by n. It's given. Mth term is 1 by n. Alright? Mth term is 1 by n. Now, nth term be 1 by m. Nth term. So this is our nth term, an. This is given 1 by m. Alright? Nth term is given 1 by m. Then, show that it's m nth term. M nth. See. M nth. See here. M nth term is 1. We have to prove that this m nth term is equal to 1. This is what we need to prove here. M nth term is 1. Okay, the question is clear? Okay, I'll show you again. See, what's given? Mth term is 1 by n. First of all, this is given. Mth term is 1 by n. All right. Second, nth term is 1 by m. Nth term is 1 by m. Okay, nth term is 1 by m. We have to prove. This is what we have to prove. A m n is equal to 1. M nth term is 1. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So let's start. Very interesting question. Given mth term is 1 by n. So let's break it. Normally, if we break it, let's use the formula of n. We'll get a plus m minus 1 d equal to 1 by n, right? This is our equation number 1. Okay, a plus m minus 1d equal to 1 by n. Another one, nth term is 1 by m. So nth term, this is our nth term, 1 by m. This is given. So an will be a plus n minus 1d is equal to 1 by m. This is our equation number 2. All right. Now we'll subtract. Subtracting 2 from 1, we get, okay. Oh, I used the subtracting 2 from 1. Okay, subtracting 2 from 1. So we'll subtract 2 from 1. Subtracting 2 from 1 means what? From 1 we are subtracting 2, which means 1 minus 2, right? 1 minus 2. So 1 minus 2. Let's take the left hand side. Left hand side. Okay, see, just observe what's in our left hand side. This equation 1, left hand side. So we'll write this, a plus m minus 1d. Okay, this. So equation 2's left hand side. This is our equation 2's left hand side. So this minus this. See, this minus this. Okay, this minus this. So minus, since we have 2 terms, more than 1 term, we have to put bracket. So a plus n minus 1d. Okay. Now another one. Towards our right. This minus this. Okay. This minus this. 1 by n minus 1 by m. Now, tell me in the chat if it's clear. Up to here, is it clear? Up to here, is it clear? Tell me in the chat. Yes, live lesson. Good evening. Live lesson. Clear. Alengcha seat, clear. Okay, Roshni clear. Shiuli clear. Rajiv clear. Barsha clear. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, see, check. A plus. See this properly. M into D. All right. M into D. How much will I get? MD, M into D. Similarly, minus 1 into D, I'll get D. 1 into D will be D. All right. M into D, 1 into D. So we'll write here. MD minus D. We are breaking this, okay? We are breaking this. minus A, minus into plus, minus N minus 1 D. All right. We broke the bracket. Here we'll take LCM. NM, we'll get MN. Now see here, N and N. This N and N will cancel each other. This N and N will cancel each other. We'll get M, right? We'll get M here. Then minus. Now, see, this M, sorry. Now, this M and this M will cancel each other. What will remain? N. So, N into 1. N into 1 will be how much? N, right? So, M minus N. Okay. Now, see, A let's write it, plus md, okay, let's write it, minus d, okay, minus a, okay, minus, okay, n into d, how much, nd, n into d will be nd, okay, n into d will be nd. Now minus into minus will be plus, 1 into d will be plus d, so we'll get plus d, we'll get plus d, plus d is equal to, we'll write this, m minus n by mn. Okay, all right. Now see here, now see here, okay, let's use this. We have plus a and minus a, we'll cancel this, okay, plus a and minus a, we'll cancel this. We have a minus d and plus d, we'll also cancel this. All right, so what will remain, what will remain, we'll get md minus nd is equal to m minus n by mn. Now what do we have in common here? Check, here we have d, here we have d, so can we take d common? Yes, we can take d common, we can take d common, right? So we'll take d common, we get m minus n, which is equal to m minus n by mn. Now this m minus n doesn't want to stay with d, okay, it wants to go that side, it wants to go towards right hand side with his fellows. So we'll send m minus n, then it will become, okay, we'll get this m minus n, the reciprocal, when it goes towards right hand side, we'll get the reciprocal, right? It will be, see, normally 2 by 3 x is equal to, let's say 1, so x will be equal to 1 by this, when it goes towards right hand side, what does it become? It becomes 3 by 2, right? So similarly m minus n will become 1 by m minus n. Okay, okay, all right. I'm teaching you in a detailed way so that you don't get confused. Okay, now see, m minus n and m minus n will cancel. What will remain? We'll get d is equal to 1 by mn. So this is the value of d. Now we'll put this value of d in equation 1 or equation 2. Now we'll put this value of d in either equation 1 or equation 2. Let's put this in equation 1. Putting d is equal to 1 by mn in 1, we get, let's see how much we get. See, these are equation 1. A plus m minus 1 d equal to 1 by n. So a plus m minus 1, see, a plus m minus 1. So what do we have here after m minus 1? D. And what's the value of d? 1 by mn. So we'll put here 1 by mn is equal to how much? 1 by n. Okay, so a plus, this is multiplication, so m minus 1 by mn is equal to 1 by n, which implies a is equal to 1 by n. We'll send this, okay, this will go towards right, this will go towards right now, this will go towards right now, okay. So we'll get minus m minus 1 by mn. Now if we take LCM here, if we take LCM here, how much will we get? If we take LCM here, we'll get a is equal to mn. All right, now n and n will cancel each other, we'll get m, so m into 1 will be m minus, and then what do we have here? We have mn and mn will cancel each other, so this will come m minus 1, we'll get m minus 1, so minus in bracket m minus 1. So we'll get a is equal to m minus m plus 1 by mn. M and minus m will cancel each other, we'll get a is equal to 1 by mn. So now we have the value of a and d. Now we have the value of our first term a, which is 1 by mn, and the common difference d, which is 1 by mn again. Now we can easily find mnth term. We can find mnth term. So how can you find mnth term? See, okay, I'll again use different color for this. White again, okay. Mnth term, see, a mnth term. A mnth term will be a plus mn minus 1 d, right? See, if it's n, a n here, we'll get a plus n minus 1 d. If it's P here, A plus P minus 1D. If it's AQ here, A plus Q minus 1D. So similarly, if it's AMN here, we'll get A plus MN minus 1D, which will be equal to, what is the value of A? This is the value of A, 1 by MN plus MN minus 1. What is the value of D? D is 1 by Mn again. So 1 by Mn, okay, I'll write it this way, 1 by Mn. Now let's multiply that. We'll get plus Mn minus 1 into 1 by Mn. Mn will come here, this Mn, because it's in denominator, right? Now again we'll take LCM. We'll get Mn. Mn and Ml will cancel each other. We'll get 1 plus, this is plus. Mn and Mn will cancel each other. We'll get Mn minus 1. So plus 1 and minus 1 will cancel each other. We'll get Mn divided by Mn. Now what is Mn divided by Mn? Mn divided by Mn. How much will we get? We will get 1, which is equal to 1. So Mn is equal to 1. Alright? We have to prove Mn term is 1, right? So see, Mn term is 1. So this is how we prove this particular question. Take a screenshot. Okay, I hope you took a screenshot. I am Suhasini. Okay, Deepak, welcome, welcome. Oh, even Halok is watching. Wow. Okay, can I join? Yes, of course. JND covers. You can join. You can join. Anyone is welcome. Everybody is welcome here. If you want to learn mathematics, you are in the right place. You are in the right place. Now, is this clear? Is this clear? Is this clear? If it's clear, then we'll move on to our next question. If it's clear, then we'll move on to our next question. Okay, clear. Clear. All right, Pohar said clear. Alengcha said clear. All right. Rajib said clear. Roshni said clear. All right. Anushri clear. Okay. Let's move. Okay. Shuli said let's move. Okay. All right. All right. So let's move on to our next question now. This. Again a previous year question. Again a PYQ. Again a PYQ. All right. How many are here? 14. Okay. 14 are watching. All right. Okay. Read the question first. If the pth term of an AP is Q, it's almost same. It's almost same like the previous one. It's almost same like the previous one. So, do you want to do it as a homework? Do you want to do it as a homework, or do you want me to solve? Tell on the chat. Okay, tell on the chat. Do you want me to explain this, or do you want this as your homework? Now let's say you couldn't solve it, or you couldn't prove this particular question. Then what you will do is you can comment in the comment section. Okay, after I upload this video will be automatically uploaded, this live stream. Okay, so you can comment there, sir, I couldn't solve this particular question. Then we shall discuss this in another session, which is session number 4. Particularly this, we'll start with the homework. We can start with the homework if I give this as your homework, of course. So tell me in the chat, do you want this as your homework? Yes or no? Fast, fast, come on. Come on, fast. I'm waiting for your answers. I'm waiting for your answers. Homework, okay, yes, yes. All right. It's the same, okay, it's the same. This question is same. So this question will be a homework. All right. Okay. So this particular question will be a homework for you. Now, if you cannot prove it, or if you couldn't solve, then as I said, when this live stream video is uploaded, type on the comment section, I couldn't solve the homework. Okay, then I will explain it again on our next session. Is that clear? But only if you comment. If you can't solve and if you didn't comment, then I won't know, right? So you have to say something. You have to say something. All right? Okay, let's move on. This is homework. 23. Now we'll solve this, okay? We'll solve this question. We'll solve this particular. If I give everything as homework, then you'll think sir is only giving homework. He's not solving. Sir is like our school teacher. Okay? Explains less, gives homework more. Don't think that I'm like that, okay? I'll give you just 1 or 2 questions as homework. Rest will solve here. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, solution. Now, if you read the question, see, if m times the mth term of an AP is equal to n times its nth term, show that the m plus nth term of the AP is 0. See, m times, okay, m times the mth term. M times the mth term means what? This is our mth term, right? This is our mth term. Now it says m times the mth term, okay? M times the mth term. So this is our mth term. So m times the mth term. All right? M times the mth term is equal. It says it's equal. Something it's equal. It's equal to who? It's equal to who? N times the nth term. Means n times the nth term. All right? So wait. Let it disappear. Wait. M times the mth term is equal to n times the nth term. This is what the question is telling. All right. So we have to find the m plus nth term. Okay, we have to prove, not just find. We have to prove that this m plus nth term is 0. Okay. We have to prove this. All right. Let's start. So we have m times the mth term is equal to n times the nth term. Let's break it. M a plus, okay, I have to put this bracket, a plus m minus 1d is equal to n a plus n minus 1d. Now m a plus m into m minus 1d is equal to n a plus n into n minus 1d. Okay, I took this m, I multiplied this m. Okay, I multiplied this m inside and n inside. All right. So after this ma, let's bring this terms, all these terms, this term towards left hand side. All right, we'll bring this term towards left hand side. So what will we get? ma minus na plus m minus 1d. This will become minus n minus 1d equal to 0. All right, because we brought this term from our right hand side. All this term that is toward our right hand side, we brought this towards the left hand side. So we have nothing here, which means 0. All right. Now we can, here, as you can see here, see, check properly. Here we can take a common, right? Because in both terms we have a, so we can take a common. So we'll take a m minus n. Let's multiply this, m square minus m minus n square. So we'll get minus m plus n equal to 0. Now